Do you know why you are jealous of other people and want to become like them? It's because they are showing up as the best version of themselves. Just imagine how much you're going to achieve this year if you will stop focusing on what people post on social media and start channeling that energy into your dreams. Just like you cannot fit perfectly into clothes made for someone, the same way you cannot be your best self in somebody else's personality. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Franca, and on this channel we talk all things that allow us to become better versions of ourselves. So guys, today I want you to get used to my hair flying around because I'm using a fan here. The place is hot. I'm using a fan and it can't help but fly my hair around. I've been trying to find a way to make it stand still, but I just cannot. So please let me get the message across to you because that is what is most important. So throughout last year, I was saying these videos on be the main character of your life, and I was a bit skeptical buying into it because I felt like it was going to give me more negative vibes than positive. But when I decided to give it a little bit of my attention and understand what it was, I realized that whatever thing that I have been doing up to that point was all geared towards embracing my main character energy. The fact that I decided to even level up my life throughout last year was an indication that I wanted to be the main character in the role of my life. The life that God has given me, I have a role to play in it, and whatever thing that I was doing, leveling up, reading books, whatever thing positive I was doing, was becoming the lead character in my script and not sidecasting myself. And today I'm going to share with you how I was able to unearth my main character energy and become the lead character in my story, and how you can also do that. So the first thing I want us to look at is realizing that you are completely different, and anything that you do, anything that you pursue should be tailored to suit you and your energy. So way back in college, I had this friend who was really outgoing. She was so warm anytime she was welcoming people, and she kind of had this lively countenance around strangers, and she can just light up a whole room with just her appearance. I had wanted to be here. I tried severally, but I failed, and I realized that just because I'm reserved and laid back does not mean that I cannot be lively. Doesn't mean that people cannot see me as welcoming because I'm not able to be kind of lively in an extroverted way. And sometimes you don't realize that the things that we see in people from afar and would want to have would not necessarily be able to complete us, and that there are some people somewhere dreaming to be just like us. Don't think that the grass is greener at another person's side. It could equally become green at your side if you take time to nurture it. Just like you cannot fit perfectly into clothes made for someone, the same way you cannot be your best self in somebody else's personality. People who are like you will gravitate towards you. They say that like poles repel, unlike poles attract in science, but I have realized that in human settings, people who are of the same temperament tend to stick together. You hardly see somebody who is highly extroverted being friends with somebody who is introverted. There are some things like that, but sometimes it does not work out. I've lost a lot of friends because I'm introverted and I like to stay indoors and keep to myself more. But I think as devastating as those experiences were, it was good that they happened. It was good they happened because some relationships are not even worth keeping. They only drain you. When you decide to commit to yourself, when you decide to commit to something meaningful, they just waste your time. So it's good. It's okay not to match everybody's vibe. Be yourself. Don't force yourself to over socialize or blend in just because somebody thinks you're weird. The next thing that I would suggest you do to become the main character of your life is to get off social media. So it's so hard these days to own a smartphone and not want to get on social media. But what happens when we spend so much time on social media is that we begin to subconsciously compare ourselves to other people. But you need to evaluate yourself based on your goals and know what people post on social media. Just imagine how much you're going to achieve this year if you will stop focusing on what people post on social media and start channeling that energy into your dreams. You need to remind yourself that you are on earth for a specific amount of time, and whilst you are here, you are the main character of this movie that God has given you. And so focusing your energy on other people's issues and not yours is going to make you an extra or a villain in your own story. The next thing we can do to become the main character of our lives is to invest in ourselves. And I cannot stress how important this is enough, because do you know why you are jealous of other people and want to become like them? is because they are showing up as the best version of themselves. You need to stop wasting time on stalking people and visualize who you want to be and start taking actionable steps towards becoming that version of yourself. Most often we start worrying about life because we do not realize that once we set our mind on growth and start taking small actions that will take us there, every other thing around it just falls in place. Invest your resources and time in nurturing your body, because when you love something, you take care of it, you nurture it, you spend time with it, you get to know it better. You cannot be the main character of your life and not pour into yourself. And there are going to be rainy days in doing this, but that is important. All the failures are important, all the disappointments are important, those days that you feel tired are important, so as to help you determine the real trajectory of your life. It's not just enough to envision your best self, but you should be reading and ready to put in the work that is needed to get to that person. There are times that people will call you selfish for wanting to concentrate on you, but it's okay. Sometimes you have to do just that, because you cannot pour into others if you do not pour into yourself. You cannot pour from an empty cup. If you are empty yourself, what value can you then offer to other people? Spend time on yourself. Be willing to accept and embrace the responsibility that comes to becoming the best version you have ever been. Because when you embrace the responsibility and stand up to those actions, your life becomes not perfect though, but it comes close to perfect. I realized this evening that practice has some kind of way of seamlessly transitioning you to some kind of perfection that you never realized. And I have something to say about this, but I want to preserve it into another video, and I hope you notice this yourself. I hope you notice this yourself. The next way to be the main character of your life is to keep checking in on yourself, because it's so easy to slide off and lose sight of all your dreams and your goals, especially if you don't get the result right away. You easily lose interest and then forget about it. If you jog today, tomorrow, the next day, you're not seeing any kind of weight changes, it's easy to say, oh cool, oh come on, I cannot do this anymore, and let go of that dream. But you need to constantly check in with yourself to make sure that even though today you are not seeing the result, you keep going, because it's a continuous practice and accumulated efforts that you put in every day that is going to come up and give you the result that you're looking for. And one way to make sure that you're constantly in touch with your main character vibes is to have a written set of goals that will guide you through your journey. So before I got to college, I wanted some amount of money to buy whatever I need to go, and it was not easy. But you know what I did? I took some kind of writing material and I wrote in the four corners of my room what I wanted, like the money I wanted and when I wanted it. And I don't really believe in spiritually, some kind of spirit helping me manifest. I believe in God helping me doing that. But what that thing did was that anytime I woke up in bed, I saw the thing I wrote on the other side of the room like this. Anytime I wake up, I see, if I come back from work, I see it was just in my face. And I worked so hard. This is not to kind of give myself some kind of praises, no. It's to give more clarity on what I'm trying to say. That thing was in my face because I wrote, this is what I want. It was in my face. And anytime I was slowing down, that kept me going. Okay, there were times that I wanted to just forget about it, because seeing myself and getting to college was a kind of dream that may never be able to come true. But God was able to help me. So make sure you have a written set of goals, and you can get somebody to also be an accountability partner that you trust, who can help you up anytime that you're feeling down. Put down something that will be a guide. You can journal your experience every day, and don't journal like you have to by all means get some kind of strict points, strict format. Just write whatever it is on your mind down, write your goals down and attend to them all the time. Get in touch with them to make sure that you are on that journey to becoming the main character of your life. You're on that journey to become your best self. And guys, it's not easy though, but I know that so far as you are on this channel over here, we are into holistically level up our lives, and I know that with the help of God, everybody who comes here would not live the same. Okay, you are not going to live the same. I have a video on how to invest in yourself, and if you enjoyed this video, I know you're going to enjoy that too. So watch that video, and guys, tell me what you think about these videos. Tell me any suggestion that you have, and I thank you so much for watching, guys. So I'll see you next time. Take care.